The last day of the Beijing Winter Olympics. This is RBC Spotlight. Welcome to the show. My name's Anastasia Bucsis. It has been an honor to be joined by you for 16 days. I'm about ready for a nap, but before we do that, let's just quickly catch up on one of the historic moments in these Olympics, team pursuit gold.
Japan at the bottom of your screen, the Canadians at the top. 6 laps. This is the A final. At stake, gold and silver in the women's team pursuit. There's the belt lap. The Canadians only down by 0.39. Can they make it up on the final lap? Weideman, Malte, Blondin, women's team pursuit, gold medal at stake. Japanese heading into the final turn. Once they get through that
and a huge wipeout!
They're down! The Canadians are going to win gold! The Canadians are going to win gold in the women's team pursuit. Late fall by the Japanese, and the Canadians are there to take the gold medal. Their first ever at the Olympics in team pursuit. They were silver in 2006, but they're a solid gold here in 2022.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Day 16, I'm ready for some giggles. RBC Olympian Val Malte with the Olympic gold medal around your neck. Is that starting to sink in?
Actually, no. It's like it's really weird that to have this hardware and just like show it around, and I think I'll realize it more when I'll be home. I think here we're such in a performance environment, surrounded by athletes, where like you're not so unique, I would say, like where everyone is like just so professional to what they are doing. But I think when we'll be back home, it will be definitely different. But when I'm looking at those videos, like it brings me chills and emotions for sure.
Could you imagine that it would have turned out that way? Like it was just such a dramatic race.
Yeah, like I've said it like so many times that I don't see anything like when I'm behind, like between like the two girls. When I'm behind Isabel, like I don't look at anything else than just like forward and just like following her steps. So I had no idea where we were in the race, but I think we've been visualizing it for like a year for sure, but 2 years of like believing that we could win gold. And so to actually doing it and executing that perfect race, I think it was a lot of work.
We saw you in the 3K team pursuit mass start. I'm going to guess that you're going to say the team pursuit, but what's one of the highlights that you take out of this Olympics from a racing perspective?
What's fun about my Olympics, and I feel is that I gave it all every race. Mm-hmm. I arrived like so ready for every race. So like I raced my 3K on the first day and mass start yesterday on the last day. So I think like having the team pursuit in the middle, I think the team pursuit was the highlight for sure. But I'm really proud of just everything. I enjoyed every moment. I was ready every time. I mean, like feeling that peak for like 2 weeks, I think it's hard. It's amazing. And I did felt it. Like I felt great my entire games. And I think my coach did a good job. and like I trusted him 100% of like what we were doing, because we keep also training towards those games. So I think it's important to have a good balance.
Canadians have seen you in 3 Olympics prior to this. You're, of course, a short track star. Olympic long track debut. You got a gold around your neck. What are you most proud of?
Definitely just the transition of going to long track speed skating. I moved across Canada. I got into another sport. I met new teammates, new coaches, a new culture. I would say, like out west compared to Montreal, it's a little bit different in Canada, and I'm really glad I lived that life experience, because I I think like our country is a big country, and there's different people, different culture, and at first it was I was not so comfortable being in Alberta, just because first it's always English, and English is not my first language, so just being comfortable communicating and just learning everything. I would say that this is just a transition, learning a lot about myself, of like what makes me comfortable, what makes me happy in the moment, and how can I be comfortable to be in an environment where I can adapt so I can pursue my goal.
Well, you also met your fiance, Jordan Belchos,
Yeah.
who of course competed alongside you. How special was that?
It's really nice to have lived those games together in the same sport. We were together also in Pyeongchang, but I was a short tracker and he was a long track, and so living these games like really 100% like together and like being on the same team, it just like confirmed that we're really on the same team, like on the same page.
Yeah.
And it's just so easy with Jordan. Like we make a good team of just like helping each other, giving a space when we need. But like I didn't fight with Jordan in those 2 weeks. Like we're good.
You talk about the team. Isabel Weideman was just named closing ceremony flag bearer.
Yep.
She's a special person.
Yeah.
What does that look like from your lens?
First I called it
You did
couple
call
days
it. You
ago.
did call it.
I was like, "Easy, you're gonna be the flag bearer." Like, it's not only the result. Like she did, she achieved like great things over those games, obviously. But she's a great person who share good values. She have the work ethic that every athlete is looking up to, and as a friend, as a teammate, Izzy's just like the person who's always there, always cheering on other, but also is not afraid to think like what she needs as a person. And over those 4 years, I learned to know her. I think at first it wasn't easy. Like I told it, like she's a little hard to like her shell is hard to crack. But once you get to her heart, I think you don't leave it. So I think I achieved that also, to become her friend and her close friend, and she's just amazing. It's just like a great relationship that we have, and I'm so proud of her. And I think everyone's discovering is easy like over these games, and just like fell in love with her. So I'm really happy for her.
Who would you like to thank?
To thank?
Mm-hmm. And you can do it en français, because we spoke last night. You said, "Oh, my family speak French." But again, I mean, four Olympics.
Yeah.
Who made this possible?
Je dirais que mon premier entraîneur lorsque j'ai commencé en patinage de vitesse courte piste, Luc Dufault, c'est la première personne qui m'a donné la flamme pour la vitesse. Par la suite, les personnes qui ont été marquantes, Sébastien Crowe, in Vancouver, Sébastien Crowe, like he didn't put me in the relay where they won silver, and that gave me a life lesson of like, you need to put on the work if you want something. And I feel that before that, I got results in my life. I got results as an athlete that maybe I wasn't realizing how much work you need to put. It just like kind of came a little bit, like just like didn't ask too much questions, just did the work, and the result came. And I think it gave me a life lesson of like, you need to put on the work if you want something. And it forged me a good personality of just like, all right. And obviously mes parents, ma famille, je pense que j'aurais pas réussi cette transition-là si vous auriez pas cru en moi, mes commanditaires, mes amis. Je pense que l'amour que je reçois de tout le monde, je pense que c'est vraiment essentiel pour que je puisse performer, puisse être à distance loin de vous, mais on va être bientôt réunis ensemble. Puis je pense que ça, c'est une chose aussi qui m'accroche, de savoir qu'on va être réunis ensemble pour pouvoir continuer le tout. So, just thanking my friends, family, the fact that I'm away, and then coming back home. I think like that's what gave me the courage to move away, live a life experience, and then coming back to them and knowing that they are here for me. I think it's just like bring me peace and happiness.
I'm very happy to hear that. Congratulations. We were, of course, teammates in 2010 and 2014, and it's just been a real joy to watch you blossom and to be such an integral part of the long track team. So congratulations, Val.
Thank you, and I just want to say also you're doing an amazing job. It's always
It's
super fun to come and talk to you, and
Thank
we
you.
love you.
It's the lighting. It's not me. It's all smoke and mirrors.
No.
We're going to play a quick clip of the mass start, which you, of course, competed in, and your teammate, Antoine Gelna-Beaulieu, who I think might just be joining us. Hello. Let's play the clip.
Good job, Val.
Tony, thank you so much for joining me. First and foremost, how's that stash doing?
Doing good. I think it's tired now. Had a couple of races to show around, so I think I'm gonna have to take good care of it for the next few days.
Canadians absolutely fell in love with your perspective on life, your smile. I was, of course, in the mix zone. I got to watch you race all Olympics long, and before every race, you just had so much happiness coming out of you. What was your mindset going into these Olympic Games?
Well, it's expectations. You know, it's all about like how you set your bar, where you set it. For me, it was just to have no expectation at all, just to be happy to be there, grateful to be there. I knew that I wouldn't be the best at everything, a little bit of a jack of all trade, we say. So I didn't have any aces in my hand, so I was like, well, let's go to these games, have fun, and have a good, positive experience out of it. I know that I want to come here at the Olympics in 4 years. So if I would have came out like unreal expectations, I would have just been disappointed and come out of this experience with a negative one, and I didn't want that. Looking forward to the next one. Yeah.
What's your happiest memory coming out of Beijing?
I think racing the final, the mass start final, even though I would have loved to be able to get to the sprint at the end, just to be there was such a moment. I mean, 7 years ago, I wasn't skating anymore. I looked at that race and I was like, that's what I want to do. And that dream kept me going all these years. And here I was, like at the final at the Olympics. So that was a big moment for me. Yeah.
You mentioned 7 years ago, just for quick backstory, you started in short track. You, of course, now are skating in long track. You've had a really formidable journey to get here. What are some of the lessons that you learned?
Well, that's the spirit of the Olympics, you know, it's the struggle. It's not if you win or if you don't, it's how you get there. And every person have his or her own journey. Mine was a bit of a roller coaster. And what I've learned is that by just being myself, being happy to be there, I will inspire others to follow their own journey. So I think seeing the potential of just like being myself, that's what I learned the most for sure. Yeah.
It's hard though sometimes to be yourself because we're also it's so easy to be insecure and think, oh, I've got to be like this or I've got to do this. Like, was there a moment that made you think, no, I have to just be myself 100% to really be successful?
Of course, yeah. I talked about the abuse I've gone through in 2010. And for me, just talking about it was so therapeutic. You know, I was building some walls around me to protect myself and my ego. That I was a strong athlete. I was worthy enough, and all the walls we put ourselves in when we're athletes or any person, and just destroying these walls and talking about my experience to people. I did that also with RBC, with the conference I'm doing. I'll still continue to do it. So just to be able to do that and receiving so much love gave me some good positive things to look forward. And it was therapeutic for me. Like it was a very good, healthy thing for me to do. So I just hope that everybody keep trying to be themselves.
Thank you for that. You're gonna make me emotional. Your leadership on this team, on this very successful team, you know, it's a little bit of a renaissance for long track speed skating, has made a huge difference. Where do you think your leadership has come from, and what are the values that you lead this team with?
Again, it's about the struggle. It's not about if you win a medal or not. For me, the result, I really didn't care. Like I was gonna go, I was gonna go out there.
I love it. Yeah. No, but you were such a ball of like everyone. It didn't matter. I mean, Canada, Germany, Russia. Everyone was like, that guy has got it figured out. You're so happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just about going out there, giving your best, and enjoying the moment. You know, some people. I heard a good thing about figure skating. They say enjoy the moment before a show. They don't say good luck or anything else. Just enjoy the moment, and that stuck with me also. And I think that's what these Olympics are about. You know, enjoying the moment, having the spotlight, and make a show. Yeah.
Make a show. Yeah. Entertain the people.
Yeah.
For any kid that's watching that might have Olympic dreams, what would you like to say to them?
I would say that I was once a kid just like you watching the Olympics, 2002. I still remember. I have a poster that was hanging on my wall with all the Olympians, the speed skaters. And I was like, that's what I want to do, you know? So I tried to get them sign the poster as well. And those were my idols. And I realized that I'm kind of becoming this idol also. So if you're a kid watching this, you can become the idol that you're looking after right now.
What are you most proud of?
What I'm most proud of, I think it's those kids. I'm receiving a ton of messages right now. People, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Kids that are starting the sport, and they look at me and they're inspired. So, I mean, that means a lot for me. Yeah.
Well, they couldn't be inspired by anyone better. Oh my gosh. Oh, should we end this on a... What's your favorite color?
Favorite color is blue. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, thank you. It has been honestly such a pleasure to watch you compete. And you said you want to be back in 4 years' time?
Of course, of course.
Torino?
Yes.
Italy? Nice cheese, nice bottle of wine after you compete, I suppose?
Yeah, exactly.
A good
Hopefully
life.
have all my family there, be able to enjoy that with them. I think that's the thing that I miss the most right now. I didn't even spend Christmas with my parents, so I think if I get to, go back and see them, that would be a first good step. But if they will be able to come to Italy to see me, that would be...
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You can say hi just quickly if you want. En français, I don't know if they speak English.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
They will understand.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Antoine, for
Thank
joining
you.
me.
Thanks.
Really appreciate it, and it's just been such a pleasure to watch the long track team do such significant things. So enjoy closing ceremony. I'll be hosting, but we'll definitely be looking out for our long track team. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We caught up with Ronnie Remy. Unfortunately, she couldn't join us in studio, but we put her on the spot. 20 questions with Ronnie Remy. Roll the tape.
February 14, 1996. Rewatching TV shows. I really enjoyed the tofu burritos. being in the Canadian Athlete Lounge in the Village here and watching the other sports with the other athletes. Having people not believe in me. Hitting the podium in my first World Cup in Crowns Montana and the Alpine combined when I came second. I think I was 6 or 7 years old. Grateful and a little bit overwhelmed. I try and always look around at the venue and appreciate where I am. I do a lot of review, internal review about how I felt before and after the race and during the race. I really enjoy watching football, but to be honest, I haven't been a very good football fan recently. Maybe hockey right now? Look on at Alpine Ski Club. My brother, Riley, his name's Riley. Luke Bryan. Goodwill Hunting. Keep finding the joy in what you do. It's not always about winning or losing. It's not even about the competition, but it's about enjoying and appreciating the opportunities that you have in that sport. Take a vacation whenever I want. I mean, all of my teammates, Aaron Wilzinski, Cassidy Gray, Remy Daniel, Gus Colonna.
Cynthia Appiah and Don Richardson-Wilson coming back after that nasty crash to finish the third run. They did get across the finish line, so their time counted. Amazingly, they didn't lose any standing. They're still 8th after 3. Appiah in the green right now, tracking down Sergeyeva of the ROC. Look at that, 76 100ths up as she enters the spiral. Weightless for that split second, the bump out of 16, but she'll stay upright and move in front by 0.6 of a second. That's got to be a huge relief.
Dance party in the bobsled.
I mean, less than an hour after a crash, you're back on this same track and you get through safely and celebrate.
Please welcome to the show. Oh, please welcome to the show, RBC Olympian Cynthia Appiah. It's great to see you. You just watched your 4th run. How did that feel watching it back?
Feels great. Not that little bump at the end there, but it was just relief to be able to complete all 4 runs. Mostly shiny side down. I'm just happy with how my games have gone.
I love this. I love this. I've got to do this a little bit more often. Marnie Mcbean, of course, the great Marnie Mcbean. I don't know, she's won about 1 million Olympic medals. She talked about how having a partner in the good times cuts the losses in half, and in the good and in the bad sorry, did I say that incorrectly? In the good times, it times the happiness by 2. In the bad times, it cuts it by half. Mm-hmm. Was that your experience with your partner? I mean, you just had such a lovely quote. You said, I don't want Dawn to have, a negative experience here. Did it help you pull yourself up after the little crash in the 3rd run?
No, 100% it did, because, monobob really kind of, I don't want to say diminishes, but it does hide the fact of how much a team aspect it comes into bobsleigh. And 2 women is now where we get to highlight that team aspect. And after that 3rd run where we crashed, I wanted more than anything to show Dawn that I had confidence in myself, I had confidence in her, and that we were going to end on a high note. So, through thick and thin, you got to be able to rely on your brakeman, and your brakeman needs to rely on you. And I think this season has really been a culmination of all of that and in between.
What's special about your partnership with her?
I kind of take her on as an adopted sister. I have 2 younger sisters, and I consider Dawn my 3rd one. She's been through a lot. From the moment she stepped into her program, she kind of was, disregarded, to say the least. She came in, she was smaller than most of the girls we've seen in this program. A lot of the women tend to be muscular, powerful women, and she kind of didn't embody that physicality, but the spirit was definitely there. She had that mindset. And every year she came back, and even when people try to say, maybe this isn't the sport for you, she came back fighting even stronger. And seeing that resiliency, seeing that determination in her, I was like, that's someone I want on my team, because she has the same fire, if not more, as I do.
You were a brake woman in Pyeongchang. Now you're in the pilot seat. What did you learn from being, a brake woman, and what have you taken from that to help you lead this team?
There's so many things you learn as a brake woman, outside of like the ins and outs of how to maintain a sled, which is, I think, a skill set that every bobsledder should know. But I think the one thing that I've learned is really to uphold the values of a team. I've hopefully done a good job of trying to instill that a brakeman is not, lesser than their pilot, and a pilot isn't greater than their brakeman. It really does take the two of you to work together to put down 2 solid runs in a World Cup race week, or 4 at Worlds in the Olympics. And I really hope that I've shown how much I value my brakeman. It was a lesson that I felt needed to be taught as a pilot, or as an emerging pilot. Really trying to break down that hierarchy, so that more brake women come into the sport feeling just as valued as a pilot.
What do you hope your legacy is?
I hope my legacy is that anything is possible. A lot of people take 8 years to develop as Olympic pilots, and I've been able to cut that down to 4. And talking to brake women from other nations, these are their words, not mine. I don't know how much I necessarily believe this, but they say they get inspired by seeing what I've been able to do in 4 years, and hopefully that will convince them and their federation and their coaches that they should be able to take a stab at the driver's seat and see what happens in 4 years. If you have a federation and you have coaches that believe in you and are willing to invest in you, who knows what you can achieve at the next Olympic Games.
Oh, it is amazing what you've done in 4 years. Like, I mean, this wasn't a part of my questions at all, but what did it feel like going down the first time in the pilot seat? That would be scary for me.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. I've been fortunate enough in that my first driving school was actually back in 2011, long before I even made the team. But as I was driving down to Lake Placid, I think I had so many emotions where I was like, what am I doing? I think I had just gotten off a flight from CIS, or U Sport Track and Field Champs, and was like 30 minutes from having dropped my stuff off to being back on the highway to get down to Lake Placid. And the 6-hour drive down, I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And the second I got in the sled, the nerves got ramped up to 1,000, and I regretted every decision I had made until then. But as soon as I got in, and they pushed me off and I did the run, I got to the bottom. I was like, this is what I want to do. And unfortunately, I came back and did it as a brakeman for 3 years. And once I, had my moment in Pyeongchang and really decided what I wanted to do, and that was to be a pilot, I was like, full stop, put foot, pedal to the metal. This is what I want to do.
You mentioned your sisters. I know you got a great support system back in Toronto. What would you like to say to them?
Thank you guys so much. You guys don't know how much it means to me that you guys have supported me these last 4 years, these last 8 years actually, since I've been on the national team. I don't think there are enough words in the English language, in the Cree language, to really express my appreciation. And I cherish every phone call. I cherish every tweet and meme and comment and text that you guys send me, and I cannot wait to see you guys. It's been a long season. I'm so excited to see you guys soon.
What's next? I heard that you said I'm going to eat a lot of cake in the off season.
Yeah, a lot of cake and a beach and some sand and some sun, because it's been a long 4 or 5 months of cold. And then once that's, I've had my fill of that, it's getting ready for Milan, because I'm planning on sticking it through to the next quad.
Oh, so many people are saying that. That's exciting. Yeah, I'm like, Italy's lovely.
I am so excited for Italy. I've never been, so.
I've never been either.
Oh, okay.
But I've heard very good things.
Same.
So I hope to see you there, my friend. Thank you so much for stopping by. And Canadians are so proud. Congratulations on being a part of history. And bobsleigh is bright in this country with people like you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Cynthia. What is coming up next? Again, some more bobsleigh. Actually, I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you want to promo what's coming up next?
Sure.
Let's look at the monitor.
Okay.
The men's 4-man is going on in, let's do the math. Well, I think it's going on right now.
It's going on right now. We've got 3 teams, Team Austin, Team Spring, and Team Cripps, all battling it out with some really tough competition from the Germans, but it should be a great race to watch.
CBC should hire you. Just quickly, there's 4 RBC Olympians competing. Mike Evelyn, Justin Cripps, of course, Chris Spring, and Ryan Sommer. It is gonna get real hot on the track.
Oh,
that's going on right now. So as soon as we say goodbye, switch to CBC. What else? I'm gonna say goodbye to you.
All right.
And we are going to say thank you to our crew because I certainly couldn't have done this alone.
That 3,000 meter bronze gave her so much confidence, and I think she has a perfect mindset going into this. But she's ready, she's poised, she can do it.
Ragnar Wicklin will skate alongside. Canada starting on the inner, Ragnar Wicklin to Norway on the outer. It is 12.5 grueling laps.
Skip Stones here in the 10th. It might only take this one. Gushu.
Hard, Brett. Hard, Brett. Whoa, clean.
1, 2, and bronze for Canada.
4th time she's been to the Olympic Games.
She's skiing with a purpose.
In what might be her last Olympic Games.
Last minute entry. Found out just a few days before the opening ceremony that he was coming to replace his good teammate Derek Livingston.
Driving to the line. Let's check the time. She has done it. She is the leader at 6:48.18. A terrific skate.
We have no fun here. This has been our show. It has been an absolute pleasure. I was a kid from Calgary that started speed skating at age 4, and I just can't believe how lucky I've been in life. It's an honor to host this show. I've got a few people I've got to thank, and I'm sorry. This is my Oscar moment now, so I am going to read because there's too many people that make me look this good, and I don't even look that good. Roberto Brilli, Diana Matheson, David Giddens, Camille Aslin, Maria-Nic Lallier, Isabelle Lacasse, Ashley Thomas, Dave Allmark, Sanjay Rana, Michelle St. Pierre, the resource team back in Toronto, Brad Middleton, Sarah Jenkins, a huge shout out to Alicia Protomani, Gabriella Cook, producer Tyler Mason, thank you so much, my friend, all of our guests. This is nothing without the athletes. Special shout out, of course, to the legend himself, Mr. Steve Armitage, for coming on the show and doing Army's Armchair. And the last 2 people, Jill English, thank you for being such a wonderful producer and making me the best version of myself, regardless of the situation. And Mr. Keith Whalen, I'm going to look at you, my friend, not even into the camera. Thank you for reminding me to always look on the bright side of life. This has been an honor to work with you. I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else. Day 16 of the Olympic Games. We still have one more day. Well, less than 24 hours. I'm going to be on the mic for closing ceremony. I hope you tune in. It has been an honor. This has been RBC Spotlight. Let's dim the lights.